Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm Aida Jasmine, and welcome to your weekly reading for the week of the 6th of October. So remember, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because you're literally reading for thousands and millions of people on the planet. I'll be pulling one card for each of the zodiac signs and one for the general energies of the week. And please stay with me till the end because I have a free giveaway for you as well. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's get started for the week of the 6th of October, beginning with Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. So Aries, you've got the 10 of Cups. Immediately, I'm getting a sense of celebration. I'm feeling like my manifestations are coming into fruition. As you can feel, the energy is quite palpable. I'm feeling excited. So this week for you, you're being invited to celebrate. And if you are calling in some manifestations, I'm getting a sense to look for that double rainbow, or that may be the way in which you say, yes, the moment I see a rainbow, I know that all of my manifestations are on their way to me. So even if you're not receiving the full manifestation, your signs, your spirit, your soul, God, whatever you align with, is showing you that they are on the way. Often we feel the lack and the void and it's like, where are my manifestations? I've been manifesting this for so long. But the universe, spirit, is showing you signs that they are on the way. So you may be receiving those rainbows as part of that sign. And you are being invited to celebrate this week. So even though you're still waiting for your big manifestations, and even if they do arrive in this week, cause for celebration. Celebrate, come back to your soul, find the joyfulness in life, and be incredibly grateful for all that you have right now. There's a lot of teachers ask me, and I get this quite a lot, it's like, well, if I'm grateful, doesn't that mean that that's where it stops? No. Because when you are grateful for what you have, then you will receive more to be grateful for. And it is very much defined, powerful teaching from ancient scriptures about that. So be very open to receiving your manifestations. Have cause for celebration. Lift your spirit this week, Aries. And maybe we'll look out for those signs and symbols from the universe that your manifestations are very much on their way. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Taurus. Okay, my loves. Taurus, this week you may be feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. This to me feels like you are repeating some cycles and patterns, and you may be, yes, experiencing some sleepless nights. There may be a little bit of anxiety, a bit of worry, a bit of tension, a bit of restlessness in your soul. But you're reminded that this is only air energy. It's not the actual point of the situation, and if it is, it's only temporary. So this week, shift your focus, shift your energy, shift your thoughts. Because your thoughts become things by the way in which your energy and your frequency is then transmitted out into the field. So this week, Taurus, be mindful of your thoughts. If you are feeling this energy, then shift it. There are ways in which you can shift this energy. If you require support and guidance, please feel free to reach out. Always here to support you. Be mindful. Because 9 is also the number of completions, endings. When there's an ending, there's always a new beginning. So be mindful of where your thoughts are this week, my beloved Taurus. All right, let's go Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Gemini, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. The great thing about this night is that there's fresh, new abundance, livelihood, money, health, prosperity, moving. But it's slow growth. Because as you can see, he's standing still, even though he's on his horse, with this pentacle in his hand. So Gemini, this week, it's getting this sense of gratitude for what you do have again. Being mindful of what you are building and where you are placing your energy and your intention towards. Because pentacles are earth energy, which is body, livelihood, money. It's not just about the money. It's not just about abundance. It's your beautiful home. Your body is your first temple. It's your first home. So being mindful of how you are nurturing that energy, how you're nurturing your home, your money, your livelihood. Because it may be feeling a little bit stuck or stagnant, but it's a moment to reevaluate all that you do have and get a sense of gratitude. There's a lot of light in this. The yellow in the tarot means celebration, sunlight. There's light. It's a good sign. So seeing that for what it is, and being mindful that it may not be moving as fast as you would like it to. And this might be a pause moment for you this week, Gemini, to evaluate where you are placing your time, money, energy, and effort, especially regarding your earth energy, your home, your body, your livelihood, your money, your resources, so that when you do step forward again, it's again with that beautiful intention. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Cancer. I'm a Cancerian as well, so let's see what we have coming in this week for the 6th of October. And whilst the intention is for the 6th of October, I always believe that you receive these messages exactly when you need them to. So for us Cancerians this week, it's being mindful again. So number 4 in the tarot is about stability. You think about a chair or tables that have 4 legs, it's a solid foundation. And again, Pentacles being earth energy, your resources, your home, your heart, your body, your money, your livelihood, your career. So this is being mindful and not being overly cautious or overly tight. This is often looked upon as the miser of the tarot. He's being overly protected of his resources. But in order to make money, there's an old saying, you need to spend money. So spend money to make money. And rather than spending, because that's not a word that I like to use, it's investing. So this week, Cancerians, myself included, where you are investing your time, money, energy, and effort, where are you investing your resources, and invest wisely. We're being invited this week to be mindful, because when we invest wisely, time, money, energy, and effort, we create a solid foundation. That number 4 comes into play. But when we're being overly guarded, overly protected, holding it tightly, then we're constricting our energy and our resources. And nothing grows when it's bound. Think of a pot and a tree that's stuck in this tiny little pot. It can only grow as much as this little pot allows. And the moment that you place it in a bigger pot, then it has more expansion to grow. So these little guppy sharks that are in these small tanks only grow to the length of the tank because that's all the space that they're in. Place them into the ocean and watch them grow and expand. Look at little bonsai trees. They only grow a certain height, and yet they are a full tree contained in this tiny little space. So how are you containing yourself into a tiny little space, being mindful that you'll grow into the potentiality that is available to you when you allow yourself that space? Wow, that was a big, beautiful channeled message. So that's gorgeous. Okay, let's go Leos. Thank you, my loves. Leo, 2 of Wands. You are absolutely ready this week. You have all the resources, all that's available to you. The world is literally in your hands. You're needing to step forward. You are absolutely ready. And you're being reminded that you get to choose, because number 2 is number of choice. You get to leave things behind in order to move forward. But when we leave things behind, it's because we're choosing to move towards something else. We don't just walk away from something. We're walking towards something else. That's the intention. Leos, my loves, this week, where are you focusing your attention and how do you choose to step forward? Because you've done the planning. Now it's time to decide whether you're going to move forward or stay exactly where you are. And that choice is yours. That almost just leapt off, so that's quite interesting and fun too. Okay, let's go Virgo. Thank you, team. Virgo, I love this for you. And my heart literally just burst open. So Virgo, I almost said Libra. Virgo, this week for you, you're being invited to open your heart. Allow it to overflow. There's a lot of people confuse overwhelm with overflow. When you feel overwhelmed, it's an overflowing of emotion, but overwhelm is depicted as a negative. So switch it to overflow, but let it flow rather than trying to call it back into you. Allow your heart to open and flow, because this is being delivered. As you can see, there's this beautiful dove dropping into the cup, which is causing it to overflow. And it's divinely guided. This hand is from God, Spirit, Source, whatever you call that to be. Allow it to flow. Open your heart and allow it to flow. Doing so because it's a gift from the universe, a gift from source. And you get to choose. Lovely. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Libra. Okay, Libra. 5 of Pentacles. And it's a moment that my heart opened for that last reading. This one's I felt it retract and feeling left out in the cold, just like this image depicts. It's a great thing about tarot. It actually shows a physical representation of what's coming through and the messages for you. So the 5 of Pentacles, 5 is a number of change. It's inviting you to shift your energy and how you are perceiving a situation. So whilst these people are walking out in the cold, they could easily go inside this building where it's warm, where it's safe. So you're being reminded to, this could be self-imposed. You feeling left out in the cold, feeling isolated, lonely, abandoned. Shift how you use your resources again. Those earth pentacles, earth energy, money, time, and be able to use it wisely so that you are feeling safe, supported, nurtured, protected. It's a shift. And that's what this is inviting you to do this week, Libra. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Scorpio. Scorpio, the Chariot. I feel very much for you. I was about to move forward and then I got pulled back. So Scorpio, this week, you're being invited to surrender the reins, to follow your intuition, to follow the guidance that you are receiving. Balancing, because the shadow and light, he doesn't have any reins on this chariot. And even though they're resting, they're ready to go. So this is evaluating and finding some balance in your shadow and light. Finding your balance in the ego and the human. Ego and the spirituality. Finding some balance in your day. And maybe getting a sense of rest. Pause before you move forward. It's not stopping. It's not quitting. It's simply a pause before you launch forward. Before you move forward. So Scorpio, this week you're being invited to surrender those reins. To hand them over to what's being divinely guided for you. And allow that to move you, allow that to pull you, allow that to draw you in. This is your soul's invitation, calling you, drawing you forward. So surrender to that and allow yourself to be drawn in by that energy. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Sagittarius. Awesome, amazing. Got the 9 of Cups. I love this for you. And did you get this last week? I've just got this little memory that this might be you. If so, it's a completion. So there's a few things that you are celebrating, feeling quite chuffed about, quite happy about, which is wonderful. You are absolutely allowed to be proud of yourself. Proud and pride isn't a bad word. A lot of spiritual teachers say that ego is all about the pride and the proudness, and you're not allowed to have that. Well, that's not true. You are absolutely allowed to be proud of your efforts, of who you are. It's a form of self-love. But what we do want is balance. We're not allowing that to drive us, to force us, to grind, to gain more, to fuel our greed. No. Being proud of your appearance, looking after yourself and how you present yourself out into the world. It's balance. That's what you are calling in this week. So take some time out, celebrate what you have achieved. You're feeling rewarded. You're feeling full. There's that double rainbow again for you. So allow yourself to celebrate, allow yourself to reflect on how far you've come and maybe plan before those next steps come in for you. Thank you, beautiful souls. Let's go Capricorn. What does Capricorn have coming in this week? Ace of Swords. Very clearly. I got clear, concise clarity. This week you're going to get crystal clear clarity. Was that a tongue twister? So the swords, especially the Ace of Swords, it's new ideas, new information coming forth, clarity. So if you've been seeking clarity, if you've been looking for guidance, this you shall receive this week, very clearly. And oftentimes we have to quieten the mind so that we can hear, so that we can see the guidance that is being provided to us, supported to us by your highest level self, God, universe, source, whatever you call that energy in. So this week you will receive that crystal clear guidance that clarity that you have been seeking, and you'll gain those ideas, that next step for you. Because often we can see the apex of the mountain and we're sitting at the very base camp, we're wondering how we're going to achieve that, and it seems insurmountable. All we need is clarity on the very next step. We don't have to have the whole thing planned out. And I used to be a project manager, and that was my job. Like end goal, beginning, scale it back. So we knew every single step of the way. But being intuitive, I knew all I needed to do was map out the next step. And I knew that once I took that next step, the rest will become available. More options open up. And then you allow that to guide you. So that's what you're being invited to do this week, my beloved Capricorns. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go Aquarius. Okay, Page of Wands. I got this little spark just lit up in my womb, in my belly, right? You're receiving new this week because pages are messengers, and this is fire energy. There might be that little spark of fire. It might be something that's been brewing for a little while. You're just getting a little reignition, recognition coming back in for you. And you're just fueling it. You're just looking at it for now. You don't have to take action on every piece that you receive. And this is where a lot of people fail. It's because they go after every spark of inspiration that they receive. And oftentimes those little sparks are pathways leading to the same thing. But we go and scatter into different directions. This week, Aquarius, you're receiving a spark. Evaluate it. Look at it. See what it means for you in your grand scheme of things. Where does that sit? And is it aligned with your highest goals? With your soul's calling? With your mission? So see what pops up for you this week, Aquarius. Thank you. Let's go Pisces. Pisces. This is brilliant. The Judgment. Pisces, I've got this energy for you, and this may be for someone very particular. It's time to stand up and allow your voice to be heard. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be heard. Sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your truth. And it doesn't always have to be in these global stages, but you are waking up from what seemingly felt like a deep sleep. This is coming out of that dark night of the soul. So if you've been struggling lately, you will be rising up this week. You'll start to feel that shift in your energy. Something's shifting for you. You are waking up. And then, yes, this can be you too, the one heralding others to wake up. You may just give that one little piece of advice that someone has been waiting for that changes the whole trajectory of their life. I've often received that in my readings where I've said something to someone, they've gone, that's it. I had this in my mentoring session last week where my student said to me, that one piece was worth the entire investment. Even if I do not do any more work with you, that one piece was gold. That was worth the entire investment. So this is what you're delivering this week, or receiving this week. That's shifting for you. It's beautiful, Pisces. Thank you. All right, my loves, let's do for the collective this week. What does the collective have coming in for the 6th of October? And this is brilliant because we had a lot of Pentacles energy coming up for this week. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. She is the Queen of Earth, right? Which is Mother Earth, Gaia, Sophia, Tierra, all of the faces, the divine feminine. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. This is the nurturing of that feminine energy within all of us. You're being invited this week to nurture that feminine energy, the one that desires flow. That is your intuition. Desires flow. You're being invited to tune into that part of you that knows. Intuition, your inner GPS, to nurture yourself and your body this week. As you can see, she's looking at that lovingly. And that's not love of money. That's love of Pentacles, which is also your livelihood, your beautiful body, your earth, your home, your heart. And often there's that saying that home is where the heart is. So you're being invited to look after this beautiful body this week. Nurture yourself. Eat high vibrational foods. Drink fresh, clear spring water where possible. The best quality of water possible. The best quality foods where possible. Whole foods where possible. Nurture your beautiful body. Ground this week. We're all invited to do that this week. And regardless of what your zodiac is or star sign or where you are in the world, we can all just tune into those little bit of energy this week. Come back into your breath. So do this with me, Mal. Close down your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Tune into your heart, releasing that breath out. And just allow your breath to do whatever it needs to do. Tuning into your heart. Grounding down, imagining golden roots going down into the earth from your tailbone, from the floor, from your feet, all the way down to the soul of Mother Earth. Feel that calmness, that presence, that one moment. It doesn't take a lot. Simple practices like this done daily will help you to reconnect to your beautiful body, will open up your energy, will absolutely enable you to manifest, to be divinely grateful, to switch up all their energy is. And we are in a new month, it's October. So new beginnings will start to flow from this month. So thank you, beautiful souls. I'd love to hear how this resonated with you. Drop in your star sign below. And as I mentioned previously, I have a free digital book for you. It's called Presence Before Pixels. It's a digital detox and it gives you 5 simple steps on how to reclaim your energy in a hyper-connected world. So that is absolutely free for you. You'll be able to receive that through the link below in the description. So thank you. Please give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll get notice of when the next readings are up, and also my other videos on spirituality in this hyper-connected world in the digital age. So thank you, beautiful souls. I look forward to connecting with you all next week. Namaste.